Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are in Chicago to take on the Cubs. Try to bounce back from that loss to the Cardinals yesterday. Actually, I hadn't realized that is the first time the Cardinals have beat us this season in 9 tries, so I guess congrats to them to not being shut out anymore. As this game gets going, I did a few days ago, I had to record ahead a little bit for being out of town, so I haven't had a chance to react to this on a game yet. But now that we're back and going live again for the foreseeable future, I've got an email from a Joe Reeses. Really, I'm talking about how I've been a big fan since first PowerPros, or at least MLB PowerPros was released, and really, to quote, I commend you for sticking with the Squirrels after all these years. Your team is extremely impressive, especially the pitching staff. Holy smokes. Apparently he's a White Sox fan, but he did live in downtown Indy for 5 years. So glad you found the channel, Joe. He also mentioned in the game 96, he actually quotes it in here, against the Brewers, where they had 2 throwing errors on the one play that ended up with obviously not a legit, but an inside the park home run, thanks to bad throws like that. Yeah, that's I think a first for me too. But yeah, thank you, Joe, for the email. Glad you found the channel. Hope you stick with it as well. Only 3 more seasons after this. And to address your point about the pitching staff, going into these games, I think I've said this before, but it's probably been a few years now. I did not expect the pitching to be the strength of this team. When I would create the players and start running them in games like this, but on the exhibition mode, just to see how the guys would do, usually the pitchers would get hit pretty hard in those games, and it would be the offense that would carry the way. So that's what I thought would happen during these seasons. I also did one season just completely simulated, didn't watch the games, just told it to simulate to the end of the year. And in that year, it was mostly outscoring teams rather than shutting them down. And in that one, we did win the division, just barely edged out the Cubs, and then lost in the first round of the playoffs. Which all tracked, I thought, with what I had been seeing in the exhibition games. Like, I thought, okay, this team could win the division, but, maybe we'll get a wild card, might not even make the playoffs that first year. But obviously, that's not what turned out happening. Instead, the pitching staff has been completely dominant, and we just hopefully managed to score just enough runs most of the time. So, it's been a surprise to me, too. So, anyway, thank you again for your email, Joe. Let's get hooked back into this game. It was a 1-2-3 top half of the first. The Cubs right now with the bases empty and 1 out. Santana with a 1-2 count. He will ground this off to third. And that will be the second out of the inning. So here's Carlos Pena. Really thought the last time we played the Cubs, maybe Ortiz would really start taking over at first, but not yet, apparently. Trying to remember the standings. I think the Cubs are in 5th right now. I think they're just a game above the Brewers, but a game behind the Pirates, if I remember right. Anyway, 6 straight outs for the first inning. We go to the second, where Terry's going to lead things off. Duran is on the mound for the Cubs, he has been very effective, at least against us. I guess I can't speak against other teams. Terry with a line drive out into left center. That will fall in for a single. First hit of the ball game. Here's Frank. Suddenly forgotten. I think we have Stitch on the mound today, if I remember right. Frank grounds to third. The out at second is the only one the Cubs get. So 1 out, 1 on. Here's Tom. He will look at a high fastball for strike 1. Hits that one into center field. That'll be a base hit. Two aboard with one out. Zach coming to the plate now. Runners both take off, but there apparently was no hit and run on. But oh boy, looks like a missed tag at third. So that actually allows both runners to get into scoring position. It looked like a suicide mission, but they are both safely in scoring position. Only one out in the inning. So Zach really just needs to get it into the outfield. He's got a 2-1 count right now. That will definitely be into the outfield. It falls in for a base hit. One run is in. Here comes Tom for the second run. And the Squirrels have an early lead. 2-0 with Joey at the plate. He's going to get a base hit out into right field. Two aboard again. Still just the one out. Stitch will come to the plate. So talk Duran up, and now he's having a rough second inning. Joey, though, with an 0-2 count. That one just misses outside. Now Joey showing bunt, pulls it back, and it's called strike 3. Or I said Joey, that was Stitch. My apologies. Kester then at the plate, 2 on with 2 outs now. Duran bounces that sinker in. Just 2 strikeouts for Duran the first time through the Squirrels' order. Ground ball to third, they throw to first, and that will be the end of the top of the second. But it's 2 runs on 4 hits. Carlos Quinton is going to lead things off for the Cubs. Apparently, Orlando Cabrera is out there playing hurt. We'll see him in a couple batters. Stitch starts Quinton off with a slider to strike over the outside corner. That fastball a bit too low. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Fouled away, still 1-2. Stitch goes with the fastball. It's up and out. That will make it a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One away, here's Rongo Rongo. Trying to remember, it's been, I think he was your starting all-star catcher. And Sky from the Cardinals was another catcher. He grounds out in this at-bat for the second out of the inning. So here's Orlando Cabrera, who again is showing his hurt, but still in the lineup. He'll look at strike 1. Looks at a ball. And that will be the first Cubs hit of the game. Shoots it. Oh, boy. It was a legit hit for a single, but Zach makes a rare error, and that's going to let Cabrera get all the way to third base. Oh, boy. Telemaco at the plate now. Runner on third. There are 2 outs. First pitch is a curveball in there for strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Fastball in there for strike 3, and that is a very big strikeout to keep the Cubs at 0. 2-0 Squirrels as we move into the third, where Marvin will lead things off. Marvin ground out in his first at-bat. You'll look at that sinker for strike 1. That sinker has got to be Duran's best pitch. Well, Marvin puts that sinker out into left field for a leadoff single. That'll bring Chief to the plate. He was one of the strikeout victims. First time around, 1 of 2. Marvin takes off, and he will be in there safely. So now runner back in scoring position. And a wild pitch will move him over to third. So now the third run only 90 feet away. Chief with a 1-1 count. Looks at that pitch down and out. And looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away, here is Terry. Got a base hit in his first at-bat. Though then he was thrown out at second on a fielder's choice. And Frank hit a ground ball. It's got an 0-2 count at the moment. He will hit this one right to Pena. Does not score the run, so Marvin's still at third base. Frank hit the ball on the ground in his first at-bat. As just mentioned, looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Marvin leads off with a base hit and gets all the way to third base in the matter of a couple pitches, but cannot score. So it's still 2-0 Squirrels as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Stoltz is going to lead things off for Chicago. He will look at strike 1. That pitch is down and in, 1-1. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Here's Duran at the plate. He's hitting .227. He'll look at strike 1. That curveball is down and out. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Curveball gets another swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. Here's Meisertis Turris. He was a strikeout victim the first time up. One of 5 Cubs that struck out in that first go-around. This Turris with a 1-1 count. That one just misses outside. This one just misses inside. It's a 3-1 count. Stitch goes with a curveball, and it's lined out into right field. Zach does field that one cleanly. 2-out single brings Santana to the plate. He ground out, I want to say to third in his first at-bat. He's down 0-2. Little pop-up, but that's going to be a little deeper than I thought. It'll fall into center field for a base hit. This Turris going to third, and he is just in front of that throw. So that will put the Cubs with runners on the corners with Carlos Pena at the plate. Runner takes off from second. Tom had to look the runner back at third, which gave Santana enough time to get into second safely. So now the Cubs with 2 runners into scoring position could tie this ball game. Pena does get the hit out into right, and the Cubs do indeed tie this game at 2. That lead did not last long. Here's Carlos Quinton. He struck out in his first at-bat. Runner on first with 2 outs. Stitch having a hard time getting out of this inning. Another batter down 0-2. Can he finish the job? Not there, he didn't. Down and out. Popped up towards first. Terry makes the catch. So Stitch can't get out of the third cleanly. We've got a tie ball game at 2 apiece going into the 4th inning. Tom is going to lead things off for Indianapolis. Got a base hit in his first at-bat. That pitch is too far outside. Ground ball. Duran's able to field it himself and get it to first for the first out of the inning. So here's Zach. Trying to remember for sure if he got the RBIs or was that all... Oh, that one might be the second home run of the year, and it is. He's hit a few lately, mostly to left center, that he's been robbed by our home ballpark, but now that we're here in Wrigley, that one finally lands over the fence. Only his second home run of the season, and the Squirrels back ahead 3-2 on that opposite field shot. I don't know how well the basket is programmed into this game, but I do think that did land into the bleachers, so that was a legit home run. Brings Joey to the plate. I think he has both of the other RBIs today. Puts this one a little bloop towards second. Santana makes the catch. 2 away. Here's Stitch. He struck out in his first at-bat. So he looks at strike 1 here. That pitch is down and in. 1-1. There's a called strike. Catches the top of the zone. Bloop towards short. Cabrera makes the play, and we'll move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Squirrels back ahead for now, 3-2. Rongo's going to lead things off for Chicago. He ground out in his first at-bat. do believe also to third. Looks at strike one here over the outside corner. Grounds this one to short. Joey will take care of that. One away. Here is Cabrera. He got the first Cubs hit of the day. He will look at strike one. Loop towards third. Chief is able to get that one in the air. So here's Telemaco. Struck out at his first at-bat. Watches that slider for strike one. Pops this one up right at the more the infield circle. Not the on-deck circle, but either way, it's the third out of the inning. We go into the fifth. The Squirrels are back to the top of their order, still leading 3-2. Kester 0 for 2. He's ground out in both at-bats so far today. Looks at a strike. Line drive, that will get out into the outfield for a leadoff single. One aboard for Marvin, who is 1 for 2 today. All at-bats have been left-handed. They check over on first. Kester is very liable to steal. Marvin will look at a slider for strike one. And swings and misses at a sinker to make it 0-2. Looks at strike three on a fastball. One away, runner still on first. Chief is struck out in both at-bats today as he looks at strike one here. Swings and misses at that sinker. That fastball a tad too high. Shot foul, that'll keep Chief at the plate. 1-2 the count. Sinker bounces in, a good stop there by Rongo. Oh man, a fastball down the middle and Chief just plain whiffed. Well, 2 away, runner on first. Terry 1 for 2 on the day. Looks at call that a backdoor slider, I think, for strike one. Swings and misses at the sinker for strike two. Does not chase that fastball. Doesn't swing at that fastball either, but that one was a strike. So that will end the top of the fifth inning. Squirrels still up 3-2. The Cubs will have Stultz to start off things in the bottom of the fifth. Stultz struck out in his first at-bat. Not sure that I know that Stitch has not struck out a single Cub the second time through this Cubs order. He's got 2 batters to do so. Stultz currently with a 1-1 count. And he's going to put this curveball out into center field for a leadoff single. That will bring Duran to the plate. Struck out at his first at-bat. He's showing bunt right now. That one will go foul. Puts the bat back out there. Pulls it back, and it is a ball. Bunt still on. Pulls it back again, and again it is a ball. Shows bunt again. This time he does try to get it down, and he will get it down the first base line. Throw goes to first for a successful sacrifice. Tying run in scoring position with the top of the order up for Chicago. One away as Turris takes a ball down in the dirt. That slider too low as well. Fastball's in there for a strike. Curveball also called a strike, makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's a big strikeout for Stitch. Santana at the plate, still a chance to tie this game, but now Stitch 1 out away from getting out of it. He'll let Chief field that ground ball, and he will get it to first in time to end the inning. Cubs threaten but cannot score, so the Squirrels still lead 3-2. Frank is going to lead things off for Indianapolis in the sixth. He is 0 for 2 today. And looks at strike one. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away, here's Tom. He is 1 for 2. He will look at a strike. Swings and misses, that'll make it 0-2. Oh, Tom puts one out there deep, and it will get I can't tell if it got over that fence out in the back wall, but his second home run of the year, 396 feet, and that gives the Squirrels a 4-2 lead. And that is good to see for Tom. His power numbers have obviously been way down. Which I think they got over the fence out there, left the stadium. So here's Zach. He's 2 for 2, a single and a homer. Both home runs have been solo shots today, as he is behind that slider. Hits this one through the middle. That'll be another base hit. Will it be a double, as the outfielders took a weird route to that ball? Zach went a little over half, or a little under halfway, I would say, and then went back to first base. So 1 on with 1 out. Joey looks at a ball inside. I want to say he's 1 for 2 today, though. I can't remember that for sure. He's got a 2-1 count at the moment. Looks at strike 2. Line drive right to short. Cabrera makes that catch. 2 away, Stitch at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Runner still on first. That fastball is called a strike. This is going to hook foul over by the bullpen. 0-2. That sinker bounces in. And a ground ball to second. Santana to first. And that'll bring us to the bottom of the 6th inning. Heart of the order coming up for the Cubs. The Squirrels now leading 4-2, thanks to another solo shot. Pena 1 for 2. Pena got a base hit to kind of start the rally. His last at bat. As he looks at a ball here. Swing and a miss makes it 1-1. Another swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Here's Carlos Quinton. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop out. Well, that changeup bounced in. Ground ball. It gets through the left side of the infield. It's a 2-out single. The Cubs did have a 2-out rally earlier when they scored their other 2 runs. Brings Rongo to the plate, and he will look at strike 1. He's ground out in both at-bats today, I think both to the left side. He's got an 0-2 count right now as they check over on first. Stitch to the plate now and gets a swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. So here's Orlando Cabrera. He's 1 for 2 today. Curveball bounces in. Better curveball gets a ground ball to Chief, and that will end the inning. We go to the 7th. Kester is due to lead off for the Squirrels, who still lead 4-2. Kester 1 for 3, got a base hit in his last at-bat. Duran's still out there on the mound. So sinker misses. He does get the call on that fastball, as he is starting to tire out there, but I don't think the Cubs have much bullpen to back this up, so I'm sure they want him to go as long as they can. Kester gets another base hit out into center field. That'll be a leadoff single. Comes Marvin. He's 1 for 3 today. Struck out in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Hits this one foul to make it 0-2. So just outside. Marvin is able to lay off. That one outside as well. Swing and a miss, but Kester does steal second. So not a total loss. Chief has, I think, struck out in all 3 at-bats so far. He swings at a wild one there. Watches that fastball in the dirt. That's another one in the dirt to make it 2-1. Well, this one almost hits him. It makes it a 3-1 count. And Chief will take a walk. 2 aboard, and that's going to be it for Duran. We'll bring Tyler Tankersley to the mound. Oh, sorry, I missed Taylor Tankersley, not Tyler. Taylor Tankersley. Terry at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. 2 aboard with 1 out, and he hits the first pitch right back to Tankersley, who has to wait for somebody to cover second, so that does allow Chief to get to first in time. So runners are now on the corners with 2 outs. Frank takes strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. They check over on first. That pitch down in the dirt. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will get us to the 7th inning stretch. Squirrels strand a couple. It's still a 4-2 Squirrels lead. The Cubs will have Telemaco coming to the plate after the break. All right. So Stitch has done enough to win this game, so let's go get Johnston. Put him into Frank's spot. That will bring Quinton in to play left. We do have an off day coming up on the 31st, so we will see the bench guys here in just a couple days. All right, Telemaco 0 for 2, a strikeout and a foul out. Johnston starts him off with a high fastball for a strike. Slurve for a strike. Another slurve gets a swing and a miss. 1 down, here's Stultz. He's 1 for 2, got a base hit in his last at-bat, and he'll look at strike 1. Hits this one to Joey. 2 away, pitcher spot up. The Cubs are going to let Tankersley hit. Oh, he's supposedly hitting over 400 with 2 home runs. Pretty impressive for a reliever. He's got an 0-2 count right now. He will look at strike 3. Well, we move to the 8th inning. Tom is going to lead things off for the Squirrels, who still lead 4-2. Tom, 2 for 3. Single ground out home run so far on the day. Hits a high hop here, but foul. Over at the Cubs dugout. And a swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Too far outside on that fastball. Tom is able to lay off. Hits this one, and it will get into the seats, so still 1-2. This one's inside to make it 2-2. Tom hits another hard one, but this is going to hook foul. Had the home run distance. I couldn't keep it fair. High hop on this one might turn into an infield single. Throw to first by Tankersley is actually pretty comfortably there in time. Well, Zach, 3 for 3, 2 singles and a home run in between them. Looks at an iffy pitch for strike 1. And that changeup is outside. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Hits this one into left field. Carlos Quinton takes a couple steps back and makes the catch. All right, here's Joey, who will look at strike 1. Slider's outside. Changeup breaks inside, makes it 2-1. Swing and a miss to make it 2-2. Line drive into center field. That will be a base hit. And that will bring Quinton to the plate for the first time today. He'll bat right-handed. As he looks at strike 1, his power numbers have also been down. Gets a base hit here into left field. I don't know what's going on with my throat today. 2 aboard. Kester at the plate. There are 2 outs. Squirrels have not scored in this inning yet. First pitch is out of the zone. This is fouled away. 1-1. Swing and a miss, way ahead of that fastball. Another foul ball, still 1-2. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. It'll bounce into center field and score 1 run. The Squirrels now leading 3-3, 5-2. I'm stumbling all over my words right now. Try to reset here a little bit. Marvin at the plate, his first right-handed at-bat, and he is quickly down 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Squirrels tack on a little bit of insurance, but it is still a safe situation. Important to note. Cubs are back to the top of their order. Meister Turris is 1 for 3 today, though he will not see Johnston. Instead, we will go to Hermida into Marvin's spot, which will bring Miyake into the game to play center field. All right, first pitch to his Turris is a curveball that bounces in. Fastball at the knees, 1-1. That fastball called strike 2. Back to the curveball that gets a swing and a miss. 1 away. Here is Santana. He's 1 for 3 today. Hits a ground ball to third. It does stay fair right down the line, and Chief gets it there in time. 2 away. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Carlos Pena. Here comes David Ortiz. Don't really know why he is not starting. He has damaged us. We've not retired him very many times. More than once he's gone over the fence on us. He'll look at strike 1 on a curve. That fastball is down and away. Another curveball is swung on and missed. This is going to be put into left field for a base hit. 1 on with 2 outs. Carlos Quinton got a base hit in his last at-bat. He swings and misses at a curveball. Hits this one right to Kester. Actually, that's right to is a bit of a stretch there. It was actually a decent play there by Kester. But keeps it at a 5-2 ball game. Chief is going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the 9th. Tankersley still on the mound. Chief has struck out 3 times and then walked. He will look at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Looks at strike 3. Not a good day for Chief at all. Here's Terry. He's 1 for 4 so far. Hits a ground ball that Santana is going to field, and he should have time. It's close, but he does make the play. A high hop. He had to make a pretty good run charge on this. It just died after that hop. But he gets it there in time, so that will bring Frank, or no, it's going to be Miyake. Sorry, Frank got subbed out of the game already. Miyake with his first at-bat of the day. As he looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. A pitch just a bit high. Ground ball to third as Turris doesn't make a great throw, but Ortiz able to make the tag. So we'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs need 3 runs to stay alive, and they will start off with Rongo at the plate. He will go get Shibuya. He will go into Terry's spot, which will bring Sweeney into play first. Hopefully we don't see him at the plate. Although Sweeney, I feel like most of his career home runs have come in this park. Rongo 0 for 3 today, struck out in his last at-bat and takes strike 1 here. This one stays outside. Ground ball that Joey will throw to first for the first out of the inning. Orlando Cabrera, 1 for 3 so far. Hits this one right to third. Chief on to first. 2 away. Cubs down to their final out. Right now, that's Telemaco, who struck out twice and fouled out. Looks at strike 1. Ground ball just foul down the first base line. 0-2. Guya throws a breaking ball and gets ground to third. Chief on to first, and that is your ball game. Final score today: Indianapolis Squirrels 5, Chicago Cubs 2. Cubs showed some fight today, but the Squirrels clubbed a couple homers. Getting 2 home runs in one game is almost unheard of for us. I'm sure they will show up in the highlight package here. Here's one. And there's 2. All right, Zach is going to be your player of the game. He had the go-ahead run. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. We'll have Game 2 against the Cubs tomorrow. We'll see you then.